Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am sharing 3 fall DIYs using items that I purchased from the Target dollar spot, as well as some items that I had on hand from the Dollar Tree. I really love the way the decorations came out, and as you can see, it is all about the buffalo check and neutrals this year. So if you want to see how I put these 3 looks together, definitely keep watching. For the first DIY, I am using the back of this tabletop sign that I purchased from Target last year during the springtime. And I am also using an extra piece of cardboard that I had left over from one of my kids' toy packaging. I decided that I wanted to paint the back, so I did a little whitewash with some water and a little bit of white paint from Walmart. I believe it's the Apple Barrel brand for 50 cents. And I just kept going over the back until I got a nice white wash on it. I didn't want it to be a solid white since I wanted it to kind of blend in with the sides of the box. And once I was happy with the color, I took one of these napkins I purchased recently from the Target dollar spot. It is 10 napkins that you get for $1, and I loved the pattern and thought it would be great to Mod Podge onto something. So I decided that I wanted to Mod Podge it onto this cardboard, and it would be the background of my picture here in my sign. So it is actually double layered, and you'll notice that once you take the napkin apart, there's actually 2 layers to it. There's the black and white buffalo check, and then there's also a white part under it. So it is a thick enough napkin where it won't just tear on you. And it actually ends up being perfect for this project. Next, I am using these wood veneer pumpkins that I also purchased recently from the Target dollar spot, and I loved that they were a neutral with pops of orange, but it was a more warmer orange, and I figured I would put my 3 little pumpkins and then 2 bigger pumpkins, and this would be a sign to represent us as a family since we are a family of 5. And I just really loved the way the colors just popped against the black and white buffalo check. So once I placed those wood veneer stickers on, I just popped the cardboard into the back of the sign, and it fit perfectly. And I just really loved the way this came out. I ended up putting this on my husband's side of the bed, so he has a little masculine sign to represent all of us, and I just really loved the way it came out. For the next DIY, I am using this Bless This Home sign that I purchased from the Dollar Tree when we first bought the house. And I really liked the sign, but I wanted an update for fall. So I gave it a light sanding as well as dusted it off with a paper towel. And then I decided to do a coat of the white Apple Barrel paint, again purchased from Walmart for 50 cents. And I just gave it a few coats until I couldn't see the Bless This Home wording anymore. Once the paint was dried, I decided to use the rest of the napkin that I used in the first DIY and add it to the sides of the sign. I'm using glossy Mod Podge because it was what I had on hand, and I actually purchased it at the Dollar Tree, but you could really use any kind of Mod Podge. Matte would work actually really nice with this too. What I liked about the glossy though is that it gave the buffalo check print kind of a little sheen, particularly with it being a napkin. So I liked that it again just kind of gave it a little more finished look. Now, as I was layering the Mod Podge on, you can see here that, again, that napkin has 2 layers to it. So I definitely wanted to make sure that I had both of the layers down smooth before applying another layer of the buffalo check napkin. And here I am just trying to match it up as best as I can. It doesn't need to be perfect. I wasn't really looking for perfection, but I just didn't want the seams to be super noticeable. I was hoping for it to look as seamless as possible without being kind of a sore-eyed. So I knew I wanted to make this a pumpkin sign and decided to apply some of the napkin to one of the wood veneer pumpkins from the Target dollar spot. And I noticed immediately that some of the brown was showing through the white of the napkin, but it was fine. I actually wanted a little more texture for one of the pumpkins that I would be putting on later. So I decided I wanted to write the words "Hello Pumpkin" for my sign, since again it was going to be a pumpkin sign. And I ended up freehanding it, and believe me when I tell you, I was saying a little prayer to myself that it would come out right nice. And overall, I was really happy with the way it came out. I first wrote it lightly with a pencil, and then I went over it with a colored pencil. And I think the colored pencil worked out better than a Sharpie or even a paint pen, because it kind of gave it a more like a softer look on the writing, and it kind of helped to kind of hide some of my imperfections. So here I am using again those wood veneer pumpkin stickers, and I am kind of playing around with them and trying to figure out where I wanted them, if I wanted it kind of off-centered or centered. And overall I decided to put 3 pumpkins there, and I felt like the sign needed a little more embellishing, so I again freehanded kind of a little vine, a little kind of wreath design here. And again, I said my little prayer, and I think it came out really nice. Again, just writing lightly with the pencil and then going back over it with the black colored pencil. And I tell you, that black colored pencil really helped to hide some of those imperfections. So to finish off this sign, I decided to add a little twine bow. And what I did, I just took the twine and wrapped it around my fingers a few times. And then I tied that loop in the middle with a piece of string, and it kind of just did a bunch up bow and hot glued it onto the top corner. And I just really am happy with the way the sign came out. I love how the wording came out with the 2 different fonts and the pumpkins and the buffalo check print on the sides. Everything just looked really nice, so it put a huge smile on my face. For the last DIY, I am using this pumpkin patch sticker, again from the Target dollar spot, and a 8x10 frame that I had on hand from the Dollar Tree. Now I am using, of course, another napkin, and I decided that I wanted to tape it onto the backing of the frame to give me an option to remove it for any following seasons, but I'll most likely continue to use this for Christmas. I haven't decided yet. As you can see, the napkin didn't cover it all the way, so I decided to add a little bit of a burlap ribbon to both sides. And again, I just took some tape and taped it down on the back. to give me the option to change it out for another season. And then once I taped up on both sides, I just fastened it back into the frame and decided where I wanted to put the stickers on the outside of the frame. Now, I really like the natural look of the wood. I was kind of tempted to paint the letters, either a whitewash or maybe even black, but I just thought that the natural wood from the stickers would pop out the most against the black and white buffalo check. So here I am just kind of spacing out the letters until I was happy with it. And then I decided that I wanted to continue on with more pumpkins because it is a pumpkin patch. And I just added on some more pumpkins from the prior pack that I purchased. And this is the overall finished look. I have this in my kitchen right now, and I just love the way it looks in this little nook here on our countertop. So those are my 3 fall DIYs using items from the Target dollar spot as well as some items that I had on hand from the Dollar Tree. I hope that you enjoyed these DIYs, and if you did, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Would love to have you join the daily SS Mill community. And until the next video, I hope you guys are having a great day. Take care.